Movie review, Chess, showing on Amoni Aboli TV, starring Daniel Etim Effiong, Bambam Olaluni, Okori Emanuela, Nil Waibi Obei Etok, and more. After losing my two Instagram accounts, I desperately needed something to lift my mood. That was when I got notified about Chess on Amoni Aboli TV. To my delight, two of my favorite actors were featured. I pressed play immediately, and even though I was still hurting, this movie managed to restore my spirit. I've always been a fan of feel-good films, and Amoni Aboli's channel never fails to deliver. However, it also reminds me of the reality of being single after all the smiling and wishing. I always return to that truth. Still, I thoroughly loved this one. 17 minutes in, Effiong was introduced to her boss, Mr. Etim, by Mrs. Chelsea. He immediately recognized her from their disastrous weekend dates. When Mrs. Chelsea asked, "I thought you were sick." And Naya replied, "It's the weekend, ma'am. People are not usually sick on weekends." I couldn't hold back my laughter. That witty response was priceless and felt so much like something I would say. The central lessons in this movie revolve around parenting and self-sufficiency, two themes that stood out for me. Another highlight came when Mr. Adams explained the game of chess to Naya. At around 25 minutes in, he not only broke down the game, but also connected it to the realities of dating. That scene resonated deeply with me. Like Naya, many of us have felt like pawns in relationships, used, undervalued, and not taken seriously. A few years ago, I shared that same reality. But just as Adams advised, I began to think critically and logically. I stopped allowing myself to be objectified and freed myself from the cycle of being used. At the 21-minute mark, Naya confronted her ex, a moment many of us can relate to. How often have we staged emotional confrontations with men who owed us nothing more than honesty? The most satisfying part of that scene was when his new date walked out on him. That was true women supporting women, a refusal to stand by while another woman's feelings were being toyed with. Still, as Adams wisely advised, the best response would have been to ignore him. Yet I can't fault Naya entirely. Ghosting someone on a significant day and standing them up at once is cruel, almost dev. This film is full of lessons for the girl-child, lessons I found powerful and necessary. One striking element was Mr. Adams himself. I had never seen Daniel Etim Effiong embody such a rigid character before. He was strict to the point of emotional constipation, not only toward Naya but even toward his daughter. Grief clearly hardened him, but thankfully, he eventually found healing. The chemistry between Adams and Naya was beautiful, their communication clear and impactful. I loved their dynamic. The supporting cast also shone. Blessing, Naya's best friend, lit up every scene with her vibrant personality. Naya herself radiated charm, her smile enchanting throughout, and Amari undeniably handsome, though weighed down by an identity crisis, and his own missteps added depth to the story. Overall, Chess lifted my spirits when I needed it most. Every actor gave a convincing performance, the storytelling was engaging, and the lessons were relatable. If you haven't seen it yet, Hurry to Omoni Aboli TV on YouTube. Watch chess. And then let's continue the conversation in the comments section.